Hey, what's happening? It's Matt O'Neill from Matt O'Neill Real Estate. Today we're talking about matching and mirroring. There has never been a more crucial time to make use of every single lead or opportunity that you could get on the phone and turn them into a new client. We're in, of course, as you know, the worst pandemic known in our lifetimes, and every lead is valuable. There are a lot of home sellers that aren't really excited to be on the market. There's a lot of home buyers that are nervous about buying. So how is our team making use of this principle of matching and mirroring to get the most out of every single lead that we have? And it's working great. We signed 62 clients last week. Last week, in 7 days, we signed 62 clients. And we're using this to a very high degree. So let's talk about it. What is matching and mirroring? If you're face-to-face, matching and mirroring would be to match exactly what the person's doing. So if you have somebody that's sitting back and they have their arms crossed, you would cross your arms. If you see somebody that maybe is leaning against the table and they have their legs crossed like this, you would put your arm and legs and start to cross your arms like this. As you see somebody use the same type of gestures, you would use those gestures. This is matching and mirroring. And what this does when you match and mirror is people like people who are like them. It's a really interesting mind trick that when you start to be in rapport with somebody, naturally people match and mirror. So it's just a natural thing that happens if you start to observe two people who are in high rapport, who like each other a lot. When one person laughs and their head goes back, their friend will laugh and the head goes back, because as humans, we naturally match and mirror. You're just noticing that this is a phenomenon that's happening, and you're starting to use it to build rapport faster. And once you start to match and mirror, and you're doing the same things that they're doing at the exact same time, you could start to pace and lead. You could, and this is called pace and lead, pace and lead. Now, once you start to match and mirror long enough with this prospect, they start to like you a lot. They start leaning in. They start listening to what you have to say. Now you could do something like increase the tone of your voice or increase the speed that you're talking. And they will start to increase the tone of their voice and increase the speed that they're talking, because now they're in rapport and they're matching and mirroring you by just the laws of being a human. So this is how you do it when you're face-to-face. Is you start to use the same gestures, the same mannerisms, and then you can pace and lead. And what you want to pace and lead is called the 3 E's. Energy, enthusiasm, and excitement. You always want to pace and lead with the 3 E's. You might start at their pace. And now we're going to transition to your voice and your tonality, because 80% of what you say is actually in your tone. It's not in the words you say. So if you get on the phone with somebody or you meet them face to face and their tone's a little bit slower and a little bit softer, you want to match and mirror that tone, and you might want to slow down your tone, talk a little bit softer. What they notice is that you're like them. And after you talk slow and you're talking soft and you're matching and mirroring for long enough, then you start to pace and lead. You start to increase your energy once you've built a little bit of rapport. You increase your enthusiasm, you increase your excitement. You start to bring up their tone. You start to bring up their energy. They start talking a little faster like you. They start bringing up their energy level too. And what happens with these 3 E's is now you create a friend. People like people who make them feel good. And when somebody is on fire, when they're passionate, when they're energized, when they're enthused, they feel really good. So if you can be a real estate agent who starts by matching and mirroring and copying the tone of the person that you talk with, and then you start to pace and lead, and you make them feel really good by getting on your elevated pace and your elevated energy, you're going to build friends, and you're going to make a heck of a lot more home sales. Hey, I hope you enjoyed this lesson today. If you have any questions, reach out to us. Thanks so much for watching.